If you guys remember, a couple months ago, I asked you guys if I were to take a sponsorship, what kind of sponsorship should I take? Since obviously I can't take a private server, gambling, or gold selling website, since it's a pretty terrible idea and it's against the rules. After looking at your comments and also getting some opinions on my stream, I realized that you guys always make fun of my hairline since it's pretty terrible. I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but it definitely could be better. And I was looking and you guys were roasting me and I'm just like, wait, why didn't I just take a hat sponsorship? So without further ado, I present to you.
This video is brought to you by CapBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
I told you I'd do it. Catbeast.com. Thank you again for the sponsorship, guys. Third 10 will get you a 10% discount on any order that you guys have. So I'll leave that on screen right now if you guys want to do that. And thank you again. Let's get straight to the video. All right, guys. So it is Thursday, which means it is Update Thursday on Old School RuneScape. Got some new things for you today. Another more quality of lifey update, I guess. The new jewelry box, chaotic death spawns, Cottage of Diary. A brand new SkillCape has been added to the game. Never ever seen before. Well, actually, it has been seen before, but it's never been seen in Django's shop, which is where you can now purchase it. So you guys can look forward to that a little bit later in the video where I explain how to get it. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and go to the jewelry box. So the player and house jewelry interface has been given a pretty much a makeover. It looks a lot better than it did previously. Now you actually sort of have this like organized way of teleporting using the jewelry box. Before it was just a list of everything, but now you guys can actually press certain things on your keyboard to teleport to certain areas. So depending on the jewelry box that you have, you can teleport to certain areas. I think with 81 construction, you can do the basic jewelry box, which is the dueling ring and games necklace. With 86, you can do the combat bracelet and skills necklace teleports, and then with 91, you can do the ring of wealth and amulet of glory teleports. This had been requested for a long time, so they finally updated it. It's a pretty simple change, but it makes the whole interface look a lot better, and I guess for some people, it's just better to look at than the ugly list that was before. For those of you guys that do Slayer and have gotten the Necryarch, it now is a lot easier to kill him because they have updated the death spawns that go along with them. So now they have the different robes and different things that the Necryarch's death spawns wear. So the Major wears purple robes, the Ranger wears green robes, and then the melee guy is just this brown guy who looks pretty boring, but you can now tell them apart, and it may be easier to kill them, so that may be useful to some of you. Well, everyone actually, but for the people who do Slayer mainly. The Cabbage Diary had an update where pretty much every single diary master now doesn't exist except for Pirate Jackie the Fruit. So previously, the different masters that you had to go to for the different levels were spread all around Karamja, somewhere in Tabawanai. One was in, I think, Shiloh Village, then in Brimhaven and stuff. But everybody can now just go straight to Pirate Jackie the Fruit, who is now the diary master for every single tier. And they also made it so you don't actually need to have your Karamja gloves on you anymore to progress through the diary. So you can just, I guess, leave those in your bank if you want. And the teleports to the previous Cabbage Diary masters remain on the achievement cape. And finally, the next big update of the week is the brand new skill cape, the Cabbage Cape, which was a skill cape added to Old School with the 2016 April Fool's event, which was, wow, that was a year ago. I actually can't believe that. It can now be purchased from Django for 150 coins. So if you guys want to go to Django or Django, is it Django or Diango? How do you guys pronounce it? Django, Diango? Obviously, I like Django better because of the movie, but it might be Diango. It's Old School RuneScape names are weird. But anyways, he can now sell you the Cabbage Cape for a very cheap price of 150 coins. So if you don't have a skill cape, want to pretend like you have one, then you can get yourself the Cabbage Cape, which may make you feel better. But the emote itself is pretty boring. It's just sort of like raising a cabbage or making a cabbage or something. But it's a cool little item, and you can actually now purchase it and keep it in your bank or wear it around if you guys want, which may actually be some sexy fashion scape which you can make out of this, which I know some of you guys are really into, freaking nerds. But yeah, anyways, cool little update. The new demo mode season has been out for almost a week now, and as you guys know, they promised that a week into the season you can now actually have access to every single quest, every music track, and ancients will become accessible. So the game changes a little bit now since you don't have to do any more quests. Everything's unlocked. You can do stuff which you previously couldn't since you hadn't had the quest done. But yeah, they promised that, so we'll see if that sort of keeps the game mode alive. And actually, if you guys log in for the first time on March 31st, you will have the 6-hour protection, so you can pretty much skill peacefully, run around peacefully without actually being killed by anybody, and you will have a double experience rate, so 2 times the usual demo mode rate. So if you guys want to grind out, that is the time to do it, since you'll be safe for 6 hours, and you'll have a chance to get in the top 2,000 if that's your ultimate goal. So if you're thinking about joining TSM, my clan, for the next tournament, do it on Saturday when it's double XP, and you'll be safe so you don't die, or else you're kicked out of the clan, man. And finally, in other news, not really anything special here, a couple raids tweaks, and then also a couple farming tweaks, but the big one, which a lot of people were excited about, is that the Falador teleport tablet has had its letter F repositioned. Prior to this update, the Falador tab had sort of the two lines sticking out of the straight line almost connected, so you couldn't really tell if it was a letter or just like a random thing on it. But actually they changed it so it actually looks like a letter F now. So you now know that when you teleport with that tablet, you are actually going to Falador and not somewhere else, you know, for you guys who are worried about that. So congratulations, that's fixed. It was probably mainly for the OCD people who couldn't handle looking at it anymore. But I guess it's a nice little thing so people don't talk about it anymore. And that is it for today's updates, guys. Not really anything huge again, but hopefully with the summer coming and all those updates planned for it, the updates will get better and better and have more things for you guys to come out with. But a nice little week this week with the updates, and hopefully next week will be something nice as well. Anyways, guys, thanks all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow.